When you're coming to Pittsburgh, you've got to hit Primanti Brothers, and we're fortunate. Doug on our team knows the CEO. Let's have some lunch. 5 or 6 of those there in Knoxville, not one.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. They thought that the brand would carry down there. I'm like, La Rosa's means nothing.
Business, and then ended up in restaurants. Then I did 7 years in grocery store and convenience, and then back to the restaurants. Grocery and convenience, 7 years is like 30 years.
Yeah. Oh. Especially the last 3. I was talking about Doug came on board. We've known each other for 20 years or so, and he came on board in March of 2019. And it literally seems like it's been 10 years because by the time you got your feet wet, it started to get traction, then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And now our company's grown substantially since then. I mean, we've doubled and tripled every year since then.
That's great.
Just because we've adapted and added more services, but it literally feels like it's been 10 years the past 3 years. He was trying to explain where we were going.
Yeah.
And then I get there and I'm like, dude, this guy's crazy. He put his fries on. I thought it was the consumer did it. Put his fries on the sandwich. They're like, that's what they do here. I'm like,
Yeah.
What do you mean? Then he showed me.
Yeah, I think of when you jump to markets and people don't know the brand, and then you have a weird brand, then it's like, oh, you gotta I gotta explain the product to you, and by the way, you don't know.
Yeah.
Shitty ass Pittsburgh weather.
Put that up on LinkedIn. Appreciate it.
Good seeing you.
Awesome. Can't wait to see you in Cincinnati.
Yep.
Let us know.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Nice meeting you.
Heck
Good seeing you.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
have a good time in Berg.
Will do.
Yeah. Safe travel back today.
Appreciate it.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
Doug, how'd you meet him? How do you know him?
I connected with him on LinkedIn about 2 years ago. And during COVID, I started doing interviews. Back before everyone started doing all these interviews. Just talking about the restaurant industry.
Maybe before Zoom was cool?
Yeah. Actually, I created Zoom, kind of like Al Gore created the internet. And so I just stayed in front of him and just pinged him a couple times. Also talked to him about loyalty because they use one of the big name loyalty programs, and just wanted his insight. He's always been really cool, but just staying in front of him and not trying to sell and be overbearing, and just built up a relationship with the guy. So when you said we're going to Pittsburgh, I reached out, and real quick he's like, heck yeah, let's meet for lunch. No, it's just having relationships and connections like that. That's the beauty of not spamming and trying to shove stuff down people's throats and always selling. Well, those people get hit all the time, and folks are coming with their hand out. And when you can build a relationship and a level of trust like that, that's huge.
Well, more importantly, it's about relationships. And it's about having people that you can lean on that are at a different place in their career than you are, or even the same place as a CEO. Because everything that we've encountered growing the business, he's probably already encountered, and vice versa. There's things he's going to encounter that we can bring value to the table as well. So you got to have people that you can lean on and you can ask questions to, because
it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, completely. That's a cool bridge we just went under.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of what I just did there.
Double hands.
Double
there
hands.
You go, Heinz. There's the ketchup factory.
Oh, my boys right there. Ketchup factory.
Official pizza in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think he's in the Steelers, the Pirates, and the Penguins Stadium. It's a gentleman I've interviewed for the podcast a few times. He's got an awesome pizza brand in Pittsburgh. If I remember correctly, he won at Pizza Expo this year, went across the pond to Italy, and was the top placing American pizza. What'd you call that, chef? Pizza maker? Pizza genius? So we're going to find out. World headquarters here, and hoping we're going to head over to one of his restaurants and have our second lunch in about 2 hours. What's up?
Go ahead.
No.
Okay, bro. We'll go then.
Go ahead.
Well, rainy in Pittsburgh, huh?
First time in person.
Yeah, how you doing?
That's Scott.
Hey, Scott.
That's Doug.
Hi, Doug.
That's Peter.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Good. This is headquarters.
Love it.
Yeah.
And congrats over
Thanks.
in Italy.
Yeah, we did
Was
good
it
over
like
there.
number 30, you said?
Yeah, 30 out of 430.
But number 1 American.
Yes.
Now, what is the, I was saying that car, what is that, what's the official, I call it like, you know, the pizza maker, what do they call it? What is the competition called?
So that was the World Pizza Championships
Pizza
over in
Championships,
Parma.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then my chef, who's not in, Eric, he won it 2019. He was the first American out of the whole competition. Mine was the classic division, but he won everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So this is the HQ.
Yeah. I'll show you the. Yeah, you guys come on in. I'll show you out here, and then
Now, are you
we'll
all,
go back in.
you guys are in the Pirate Stadium
So
this
we're in
year?
the Pirates, the Steelers, and the Penguins. And
Okay.
this is where we make the dough.
Okay.
So I'll show you back in here too.
How long-
So we were all in different offices all over. Yeah. This is Matt. He's the head of our commissary here. So we're making the dough for the stadiums right now. That's what Matt's doing.
Okay.
So it's like a 6 to 8 hour process. Then we freeze them, hard bake them, then freeze them, and then ship them to the stadiums.
Okay.
And when they get there, they sauce cheese and pepperoni.
How many pizzas is a weekend Pirates game?
Like anywhere from 200 to 300. Yeah. Yeah, then we've got freezers and walk-ins, and I don't know where you park, but we've
How
got
many
big-
locations are you up to now? 6?
7.
7.
We got 2 more coming.
2 more coming.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So without this, it'd be tough to do the stadiums.
Yeah, you can do the
Yeah.
same job.
Yeah.
So I was gonna take you down to one. It's like we'll go in the office here for a second, but there's like 10 minutes.
Okay. Driving up this hill, man. we were through all sorts of curves.
To do in here.
Were the 2 stores pizza places that closed down from the pandemic?
No, they were the Sharp Edge he was like a German beer bar or
Okay.
a Belgian beer bar. He had at one time 5 locations. He was older, 30 years in the game, and he had this building and 2 stores left out of 5. So he was just
Done.
cashed out and went to Colorado. Yeah, he was done.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
Here's the book. This is how I met him right here, Peter.
Yeah.
That's how I met him.
The pizza equation.
Pizza equation.
What'd you think?
Oh, I've had it before. I loved
Okay,
it.
yeah.
I was telling Doug is friends with the CEO.
Oh, really?
And he met him, 2 or 3 years ago on a podcast, which is funny because here we are,
Yep.
2 people in a row with podcast. But he met him a few years ago, and when I would come to Hofbrauhaus, I always stayed on the south side, but was it Market Square?
Yeah.
I would go, one time the guy took me over, you gotta try this sandwich. This sandwich place is awesome. It's a Pittsburgh place. I remember walking in, I'm like, there's something wrong with this guy. He's got french fries on the sandwich. Like, that's what they do.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, you guys are insane. And then I had it, I'm like, oh, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so when Scott's in town from Canada, he comes in every couple months.
Yeah.
And one of our clients is downtown, and they're moving. And so he wanted to meet him in person because he hadn't met him yet. So I'm like, well, we can drive up to Pittsburgh, and
Yeah.
I got a guy I want to meet, and he wanted to meet the guy from Perennies.
So that works.
Let's make it a run. We left at 6
Good.
this morning. We're gonna get home at 1 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. It's a
And
good
he's
work day.
And then he's got to get on a plane at 6,
6 a.m. Yeah,
which
Yeah.
means he's got to be at the airport by 4:30.
something like that.
Yeah. What part of Canada?
Yeah. Just north of Toronto.
Okay. So you fly into Toronto.
Here we go.
See all these restaurants. This was the first time I learned about their restaurant scoring system from the health department. So I go to walk into this little restaurant that looked fine, and I see on the door like a C-, and I'm like, what the hell does this mean? It's like health code rating, and they list all the details. Dead rat found, this, and I'm like, okay,
No way.
I'm going to the next restaurant.
They tell you why?
Oh, it had it listed on there, all of the reasons they had a C-. And I was like, okay, kid, I'm out. Then you-
Using the macaroni and cheese.
So then I started looking, and I'm like, oh, an A, good to go. Found a Band-Aid, we're good. Yeah, that was right up here. It's the whole area. It's all these little, it's kind of like Clifton, this whole area. No, this is across the river. So we'll go up here, we'll see the restaurant, and then go across the bridge, and it goes up the hill to the colleges.
That house is a freaking mess.
Yeah, it's a real mess.
Yeah.
Or I mean, it's small, which was one of our big problems. But when we're up and running, this place back here is real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, I'm running out of space in here.
Yeah.
I've run out of space in here. But basically what we do with it is we have, where are they? Let me open up the back door.
Smells great in here.
Yeah.
So basically what we do when we make the wine is we pull a pickup here.
Yeah.
And we have some tanks, some big tanks out here that we flip inside, and we crush the grapes into the square tanks here.
There you go. Oh, okay.
And then we ferment them on the skins for about 4 days to a week,
Okay.
and then we press them. This is for the reds,
Yeah.
and this thing's nice. It's a small press, but it's really state of the art. You've seen the ones with the oak staves on them.
Yep.
Well, this is a bladder press. It works about 100 times as quick and 100 times as good, or as well. And that basically what we do is you're supposed to pump it full of water. You're not supposed to use air.
Okay.
But the water takes about 1.5 years to do.
Okay.
So we pump it full of air, but it's got a check valve at 30 psi, so it's not going to blow up. And this thing just expands and pushes the juice out, and the skins just sit up against
Just comes down.
the wall here, and they're dry as hell when they're done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We just let it juice dump in here, and I take my sump pump and then I pump it in my stainless steel tanks.
Okay. Then it
And-
ferments.
And then it ferments and it ages. This is our
Smells amazing.
this is our gravity bottler.
Okay.
Has six taps here, and it's self-filling, and it just stops when it's full.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
How big's the new spot? 4,000 square feet, you said?
Yeah, 4,000 square feet. I mean, so it's a lot bigger, and we're going to do a lot less, so it's going to be a lot nicer.
Yeah.
But I still have to find a place to make the wine, because we're not
Okay.
going to make
Not
the
gonna do it
wine
there.
out there.
Okay.
We don't have room for it out
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
I'll show you the wine space here.
Duck.
Does it say duck?
Duck asshole.
Duck ass. I didn't see that.
That was for me. So these, obviously, a bunch of cases are bottles of wine, but these are called key kegs. They're made in the Netherlands, and basically what they are is they're a disposable keg, but inside there's a bag, so that the gas never touches the wine.
Okay.
So as it works, so you can see this bag is collapsing.
Oh.
So the gas goes outside, it pressurizes it.
Yep, and it pushes
Push
it up,
Okay.
up the wall and out. You saw the taps upstairs? And then we have this refrigerator for the white wine.
Okay.
And then the whites are, the line is refrigerated for the whites as well, so that it comes out cool.
So is everything from here that's in these? Everything you've made?
Yeah, I
Everything.
made all this,
Everything.
yeah.
How long did it, like, what's the process on, I mean, how many a batch can fill these?
One of those 500 liter tanks, which is the ones I have the
Yeah.
most of. There's some bigger, some smaller. But one of the 500 liter tanks will fill up 12 kegs and about 20 cases.
Okay.
I usually do about half and half.
Okay. I gotta buy some red wine for my wife before we leave. She loves red. If you got some.
Now, you don't drink wine?
No, my wife does.
All right.
Yeah, I don't drink. I've never.
thought you said that.
That's the one habit I've never had. I've done everything else fucking wrong.
Yeah. Let's go upstairs. And so basically what we're going to do during the day, it's going to be mostly a coffee bar, but we're going to have ice cream and soft drinks for the kids.
There's a local company that makes
And
these incredible ice cream sandwiches with
Yeah.
they make cookies and then they make the ice cream that goes in between them.
Oh, nice.
So obviously having the schedule of all the events that are going on there, if people have to go by,
yeah.
Yeah.
to be able to.
Yeah, and
Target
we also
that.
we work with my sister and I in college worked at a bakery in the Strip District right around the corner from Permani's where you guys work today. It's an Italian bakery that we're gonna have all their baked goods that we won't get from our wholesalers, and then we'll have a bunch of their stuff like biscotti in that tray there.
Yeah.
We'll have that.
Yeah.
We can sell little bags of that to go home with people.
Yeah, and the other thing
And
is
then we'll
if
have
they're
coffee.
building like crazy up there,
Yeah.
you know, we shouldn't need much more than we need here. And if we were doing the same amount of business, we'd need less. But I really expect that we're going to be doing a hell of a lot more business there, especially with you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys actually turned us around.
When's your ideal opening?
You know,
August.
yeah, I was hoping we'd get July, but it's not going to happen.
Let's lower the billing dramatically until then. Because I want to make sure you guys are doing good. There's no reason. I mean, we'll still help at the exact level,
Okay.
but there's no reason for us to bill at the level we're billing you now.
Oh, thanks. That'd be great.
For that, 'cause that's.
Okay.
I want to make sure, like, I always tell our team, our clients are for long term.
Yeah.
And we've
Okay,
got clients
thanks. I
now for
appreciate
7 or
that.
8 years.
Yeah,
I don't
thank
want,
you.
you know, it's
Yeah.
not going to help anybody to have you guys paying what you're paying now through then, but the exact service, let's just get it to that point.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's for you. Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh, that was for me.
You almost
I almost got it. No, almost.